Good day, everybody. Today we're going to do lesson plan 2, grade 3, term 2. Remember, we're still busy with revision. Here you can see your CAPS link. You can pause and have a look at that. And then we're going to go to the resources. You can pause here so you can plan and prepare your resources. And then the dictionary for today, it's again to build your knowledge as a teacher and a parent. So I want you to pause and have a look at these. Then we're going to look at the daily routine, the counting, and the mental mathematics. So the daily routine, again, you're going to ask questions such as whose birthday is it? What is the date? What is the time? Describe the weather. Show me left, right, up and down. And then who is absent. I want you to pause now and ask these questions. Then we're going to look at the counting. Remember the counting before we do the actual rhyme by counting forwards and backwards. Using the examples I have here below, we need to make use of counting physical resources, anything that you can group in bundles of 10, or you can go to our SA Teacher e-store and go and download our SA Teacher counting library. I want you to pause now and do these activities. Then we're going to go to mental mathematics. So we're going to add multiples of 10 again. So what you're going to do is you ask these questions orally, they answer it orally, and then after the wits you can check the answers. Okay, welcome back. So today again is for our revision lessons. We still focus on our base 10 blocks. So on our place value, and then what we do is we look at our float cards, our place value cards, and then today we're going to add some calendar activities. Remember, these calendar activities are very important for your daily routine activities. Um, so again, here is just a summary of what is required. And then here on this side is just quickly the activity. We spoke about the base 10 blocks, the float cards, the place value cards. Then we need some cards. We say printed media, numbers, printed media. So these are numbers that you can find in magazines, or so on. If you don't have it, make use of old pieces of paper and write numbers on them. We will look at that a bit later on. Then again, the number line and the number board. At the previous lesson, we made use of a number board. Number line again is very important to make this in front of your child. And then lastly, a calendar, any old calendar or maybe a calendar on your cell phone. Let's then go to the lesson again. Remember, we're still busy with revision, so we're still going to do the blocks and the place value cards as I explained previously. We're still going to use the base 10 blocks for more than, less than, and use your float cards to demonstrate it then. Then we're going to read number symbols from 0 to 500. I always say the best places to find them in newspapers, magazines, books. It can even be the page numbers of books where then they're going to read it. And then as soon as they find a number, they're going to write it down. So any number between 0 and 500, and they write it down. Always nice also to take that number and make a sentence. So maybe you can say 234 is the page number of the book my mother is reading currently. Something like that. So you can place the numbers in context. Then we're going to look at number sequences, where we're going to count forwards and backwards in ones between 0 and 200. Please don't let them count from 0 to 200. Give them a starting point, for instance, 105, and they need to count up to 111, 115, and you need to count backwards in ones up to 100. Don't let them just sit and count a rhyme from 0 to 100. I spoke about the number lines before, is if you make or use number lines, make them. Then the float cards, we spoke here about them. And then obviously the calendars, I recommend that you use them a phone. So here the calendars, it will be very nice if you have a, a cardboard calendar where they can interact with, but if you don't have, then use it on your phone or maybe on your computer. Then for the worksheet, we cover a lot of the things that we've done. So we look at the base 10 blocks. We're going to complete number sentences. You write bigger as in small, or numbers that's bigger than the numbers given. Um, Here on this side, we're going to color the smallest number, the biggest numbers. Um, Here we write the numbers from the smallest to the biggest. If you don't have enough space here, you write it on an extra piece of paper. Um, Here you can find numbers from newspapers or magazines and just paste them here. If you can't find, just write any five numbers between 0 to 500. And then we're going to use a calendar. Um, Let me just quickly change these dates to make it easier for now. Um, in the school, we usually do activity. We give them an older calendar, and then we ask them the same date, but what is the day then? But here, what we can do is we could just ask them using a calendar that's maybe available currently to make it easier for you. Um, then the problem solving again, term one's problem solving. Then all the faces, if you tick all the faces green, you can carry on with the next lesson. If you've got orange and red faces, you need to revisit, revise certain activities or questions, or you need to contact us at SA Teacher.